guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. It's comments time. Let me see if I can get that. Yay. Bella, there is something broken inside of Lisa. She really has no self-confidence. Just look at the breakdown she had over someone saying that she cut her hair. Wow. So insecure. She needs reassurance that she's relevant. Lisa needs to have adoration, especially from strangers. It seems to me, anyway. So she buys really expensive things and goes on multiple trips by herself, mostly, to make her feel important and special. That is really sad to me. I really saw this with this particular video. She gets so wound up and also almost defeated when things don't go her way. She's so stuck on the physical. Her hair, her makeup, her handbags, her clothing, and so it goes. She's empty inside of her soul. So sad. I have read this before. I was just going to say it sounded familiar, but there's more comments under it. So, Bo said, why... Oh no, I read that one as well. Alice said, very on point. Patty Cakes in Texas said, you hit the nail on the head. Her worth... Oops. Please work, stupid button. If I click the word, maybe. We'll see. You hit the nail on the head. Her worth comes from blowing out the stores and being catered to by those sales associates who will probably never see her again or care about how much she spent. She's buying a fantasy. Every coat, all her boots, everything down to her jammies has to be what she perceives others view as enviable. I wish they'd do one of those tests on her that they did years ago on a TV show where they swap out high dollar things for low dollar things just to see if people would be fooled. I guarantee you the only reason she buys any of her wardrobe is because it has the name tag on it and it has to be something she can brag about. Yep, true. It's sad. It's really sad. If she wasn't such a brat, I would feel sorry for her. Amanda, yes, but she's a deep thinker, in the same way a toddler is. The way she explains each mundane step is like some revelation. It's insane. I noticed... Oh, you guys, you'll never guess. Yeah, we learnt that when we were 10. Do you know what I mean? It's like, has no one told her that she has nothing to tell anybody that we already know? CS, she's lying about not being jealous. See, this is another one, but there's answers to it. Since the B says 100 on target. Bella says bingo. Yes, because why on earth would she even have mentioned not being jealous? Because she is jealous, especially of the young women having fun with their husbands too. She's something else. Yeah, their poor husbands. Why are they poor husbands? They're probably having a whale of a time. Free booze and jello shots, count me in. Alice, why even say she wasn't jealous? No reason to even mention it. It's a dead giveaway. She's jealous. Alice also said, Bella, if you notice, she said their poor husbands, implying they weren't having fun with their wives or didn't want to be there. Lisa, every man isn't a hermit like John. Some men enjoy having a fun night out with their wife. Again, just jealousy talking, isn't it though? What's that? Shelley, no matter how much she buys, she can never buy class. Highly caffeinated says, or intelligent. And they've done that one twice, right? Why is this gone all the way down to the bottom? I was looking. See, that one's... Hang on. Oh no. It's sorted by the right things. I don't get it. Right, let's try again. See, some of them... Oh, because Right. I clicked on the ones that saw the short first. That's what's throwing me off. Don't do that in future, stupid, because it confuses you. Doodly doodly doo. It's quite a lot, isn't there? Is this a new one? No, see, that's weird. And that one, and that one. Right, start here. Cynthia. She went back to her hotel but called it her apartment and had a pizza party with herself. I'm beginning to wonder what she really does when she's alone with the curtains left open while she sleeps. Oh man, this is oh man, this sad sack is so off the rails. Alice, why is it offensive to say she cut her hair? It's not an insult, just an observation. She's so obsessed with long hair. She looks so much better with that mess gone. Actually, it wasn't even her hair, it was extensions. She'll end up putting them back in. Half the people think she already has, Alice. Tracy, oh my god, that's so true. They were extensions. Hey, better someone says, oh, you cut your hair, than oh, you took your extensions out. The irony is that her hair looks 1000% better, shorter and healthier than those ratty extensions. Alice says, exactly. LPH. She pretends to be some type of affluent VIP person. Also, I imagine the awkwardness of being around a group of people and not talking to anyone. I can't imagine doing that. It's like, what the fuck? Why did you even bother going if you're not going to mingle and chat to people? And those saying, oh, I'm doing a jello shot. Why didn't you stand up and say, oh, I'll hold the camera for you? Let me help you. No. Cynthia, safe space. What the fuck? Lisa, you so dumb. And Jules, Lisa is so watching your channel and then tossing in comments like the ones about her family sending her cat pics, etc. They likely are just hoping she stays away longer so they don't have to deal with her at home. But they're enabling her mental decline. Don't feel too sorry for them. I was chatting to that woman, I think she's left a comment on here somewhere, that bought her lipsticks. And she said, oh, she did another she did, you know the woman I showed you on Instagram that did the review of Lisa's lipsticks? Well, she did a proper YouTube video then about the second lot that she got and how she got a nice card from John. And it's like, I wrote to her and I said, don't you think Lisa should be signing the cards rather than John? It's supposed to be her lipstick line. Fuck. She said she contacted them because she was a lipstick short and John got on it within an hour and he sent her out the one that she was missing. And a note. Well, I ordered something from Pat McGrath when she did that Star Wars collection and something didn't come. And I contacted customer service and they'd all sold out. And Pat wrote to me and said, I'll send you one of mine, and put a note in. Pat McGrath, not Lisa fucking Melissa Duncan of Wilmywood. No, Pat fucking McGrath wrote her own note to me. Why can't Lisa just put Lisa X at the bottom of all the cards that says what the combos are? Because she's too fucking idle. She wants the money, but she doesn't want to do the work. Ugh. Mystical fairies. Okay, here we go. Part 2. For fuck's sake, the whining already. This is going to be a long video, isn't it? Yep. Whingy, whiny fuck. Mastro, why doesn't her upper lip move? Seems kind of swollen and stuck. I hadn't noticed because I don't pay that much attention. I try not to anyway, and I let a lot of it go in one ear and out the other. But then I went and looked and it's true. It's not moving. What has she done? Has she had one of them lip flips that fucking Lardy had? Elizabeth, probably too much filler. There's something going on though, isn't there? Carrie May, send the video to the hotel, please. They do not need someone like her staying there anyway. By the way, fun fact, I know a lot of people in Wilmington. I ask if they've ever heard of her, and they say, who's that? I tell them she's nobody. Have you told Sephora that she's slagged them off yet, Carrie? I'd be interested to see what they say. Bonnie, and she had her picture taken. Just what she needs. Another picture. Exactly. And then she went back down to have more done. And to raid the candy fucking table. Really? Mystical fairies, I need a break already and I'm only 20 minutes in. We'll be back when I get my lunch. I don't blame you. Bella, at 3:03 she mentions that her temper tantrums happen to her a lot.
and this happens to me a lot. Why are you here? Why did you leave your fabulous home?
Fuck off, you and your fabulous home and your fabulous fucking family. Rubbing it in our face. Oh, I've got all this and I can go to New York whenever I like, and but that doesn't make me happy. Nothing would make her happy. Her soul would never be filled up. She also mentioned, why is she even there in New York when she has her fabulous home and family and children? What I find fascinating about her comment is that she mentioned her fabulous home first and foremost, before her husband and children, and then family and children separately. Strange. And she never mentioned John. She's an arse. Carolina. See, like it's even out of my brain to think about going on a solo trip without kids and my husband. What is the point of having a family if you don't want to spend time with them? Why she didn't take John or her mum or Will. He would have had a great time seeing those magical places like I would love to see. The National History Museum in New York, to see Lucy. Here we go. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you, Carolina? Australopithecus. Is that right? Australopithecus. I'm sorry, I butchered it. Skeleton. I almost saw it in London, but this section was closed for remodelling when I was there in 2015. One day. Oh, that's sod's law, isn't it? Oh, how annoying is that? I'm sure you'd catch her somewhere. Cynthia, the woman who took Lisa through the store, likely thought, I've seen this kind of hag a million times. Most of those staffers want people to think it's an exclusive club where we allow you to be treated like you don't belong. The uber wealthy in New York don't stand in line, and Lisa is still under the impression that she's the top 1%. Let's face it, her only so-called friends, Maria, etc., they make a buck on her purchase. I crack up that Lisa doesn't say line anymore. She's such a worldly person. I can only imagine her in, say, Paris. They would chew her up and spit her out. I'd like to see her in the middle of London. I would buy fucking tickets to that. Mystical Fairies, 2736. Oh, I think Maria's on the outs. Yeah, I think so too.
Here's where I made my own reservation. I didn't want to bug Maria.
Yeah, because you texted her and she didn't text you back, did she? She didn't respond to Lisa's text. Exactly, that's it. That's the end of her. It was the end of fucking Morgan when she didn't jump to attention and do her extensions before her holiday. And Maria didn't answer her, so that's it. Bye-bye, Maria. Cynthia, oh my God, Lisa talking about being okay being alone and not interacting with people and not being jealous and using her time meaningfully. Is that what sitting in hotels alone and shopping in every Sephora is? She does protest too much, and it seems she's in a downward spiral, but at least she takes the free candy home to Wilmington. That's fucking sad, that. And to announce it as well, I went back for more. Really? For fucking love hearts. Whatever. Mulva, I was deep thinking and suspect they're in deep debt. The lipstick, boondoggle. Never heard that expression before. It's draining their finances. Soon they'll lose income from John's bitcoining. Lisa sucked it up this trip without her usual extravagant shopping. One measly Chanel bag and some makeup is a huge cry for help. I don't know. She said she blew it out on the makeup. We'll have to wait and see the video, see how much she spent. But she went into a trance, apparently. She doesn't know what she bought. Getting as bad as Jacqueline Hill and fucking Michaela Nogueira. LPH, I would not use that bag even if it were a gift. So cheap looking. Thing is as well, run for your lives. I was picking that up too. Some financial strain for sure. The thing with that bag is, where they've got the handle, all that white piping is going to end up filthy. You'd have to be washing your hands every 5 minutes or wearing gloves or something to not get that manky every time you're holding it opening it, holding it shut. Do you know what I mean? If it was a white bag with black piping, that probably would have been better. But hey, who am I? I know nothing. Bluebird Traveller. It's not all of us in the US, it's just Lisa who can't handle a queue. I'm glad you brought that up, because I meant to say, when I was editing it, I meant to say all the Americans that play Palia. I didn't mean all Americans can't queue. It seems that everybody in that game, and the majority are American, they must be young. I'm probably a fucking grandmother to all of them. They think it's a really quaint thing. And most of them try and run in front of you and get something. It's like, there's a queue. Hello? Do you not know what a queue is? That's what I meant to say. I didn't mean to put every American in a bag with that, because that's not fair. And I'm glad you brought it up, Bluebird. Stacey Ray. They see her coming a mile away. How ugly that bag is. It actually looks very cheap. It looks like something Zara would have. If you're going to spend Chanel money, the classics are what made Chanel. The ugly seasonal crap is ugly. Do you know what I'd love, though? It's like, I'm not even into Chanel, but she showed a picture once of all the Chanel flat bags in rainbow order on shelves. That, to me, that's heaven. Just having a... Because I've got... you know, when Mac had pigments in a jar, I started collecting them back in the day. And then I've got Sugar Pill. They had pigments, and somebody else. But Madam put them all up for me in a rainbow order one day, and they just look so pretty. And it's like, anything, you've got me. A line of pens, a line of books, whatever. If it's in rainbow order, that's it, I'm sold. Gigi, she recently said she's a loafer girl and not a ballet flats girl. Now here she is going on about the Chanel ballet flats. Does she know how bipolar she sounds? Maria avoids her because she's sick and tired of losing her commissions on Lisa's returns. So she's fed up with selling to her. Could be that, yeah, because she does return a lot. Because she buys on impulse. She doesn't stop and think, what does she really want, and think about it for a while. It's like when she said to her, oh, the minute that bag comes in, text me. Nobody buys Chanel like that. Mystical Fairies. Had another break. Talked to Mum. Picked some tomatoes from the veggie garden. Now I'm back with a cup of tea. I want some tomatoes. Send me some. It's nothing better than homegrown. For someone who loves to be alone, she sure bugs the fuck out of strangers a lot. She's so full of it. Exactly. Mystical Fairies 5406. That hat.
Lip combo after eating, but I did.
Where did you get that hat? Mystical Fairies 5431. How very dare they have an event that starts when it's your bedtime. I know.
The nerve. Having an event as late as 7 o'clock. That is late for me.
But see, the thing is, right, she goes on and on and on about getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. What does she get done? Nothing. She can't talk to anyone by email because they're not fucking there. Do you know what I mean? So she spends all that time on her own doing fuck all. And then John does all the cooking and cleaning and whatever, and then she has her dinner and goes to bed. What is the fucking point of her? I don't get it. Carolina, 1719. Oh my God. Multiple trips to New York.
Developed birthplace. I'm just walking around. It's 35 degrees now.
Multiple trips to New York, and she finally showed us some interesting historical place. Yeah, just boop. That's all we are. We didn't get anything inside. Mystical Fairies. Very sad when her idea of a good time on holiday is shopping and doing nothing else. I would be wanting to see the sights and tourist attractions. Exactly. It's like, there's a bloke over here. I don't know if you know him. It's called Tommy Robinson. Everybody says he's a far right something or another, but he's not. Anyway, a video of his popped up earlier, and he's in hiding because ISIS have got him on the kill list. And he said, when you go different places, do you look at what crisps they've got? What chocolate? He went, look what I found. And it's Ferrero Rocher, salted caramel, something or another. And he went, it's the little things, isn't it? And it's like, bless him, he's trying to not get killed. And he's all excited about new chocolate. That's funny. Carolina, 3214. So here is one thing I don't understand. Why her lipstick got affected by tariffs if they're made in the USA, as she says.
Originally chose, I couldn't get because of the tariff situations. When we...
Maybe the packaging comes from China or somewhere else, and the lipstick itself is poured in the USA. Or it could be like they're doing with all the fucking thingamybobs, designer bags. All the bits are made in different parts of China, then they're flown over to America and they stick a label on, and then they can say it was made in America. Who knows where it was made? If they were made here, she wouldn't have to worry about tariffs. Another lie? Anyone has an idea what's going on here? Patty cakes. I believe the tubes she wanted were made overseas, yeah. But yes, the lipstick was formulated here. Because it was actually a shop in a place in New York that she went to go and talk about what colours and whatever. So I'm with you, Patty Cakes. I think it's the tube. Mystical Fairies, 10222. Here we go again, putting down another woman just like that poor lady in the elevator. Oh, but Lisa's such a sweet southern lady.
Is this lady standing there like a statue? Like she's silent. She looked like... I mean, she was void of any personality or life. And I was...
Where's your fucking personality in life? And it's the same tone. She's using exactly the same tone about this woman as she did about the woman in the elevator. 10809 to 28. Then why bother going, party pooper?
Did not know anyone except for the photographer. Of course I saw familiar faces, but I didn't even try to meet up with anyone because I feel like these are good things for me to do. Character building. I don't know. Like I love to examine my thoughts of how I felt when I was there and everything. So
it just shows she's a woman that's done fuck all in her life. And if you put her in a fucking situation where she had to make conversation with people in a room, she'd rather go and hide in the toilet or something. Yay, finally made it to the end. Well done. Thanks for the video. I'm interested to see what makeup she ended up getting. Call me nosy, I guess, lol. No, I want to see it too. But she's doing the hair one first. I don't want to hear about her fucking hair. Melissa, I wonder if she ever sneaks a little bit of that crust. I wonder too. And what about all the tomato sauce? It's stuck to the cheese. I don't know how she fucking figures that out. If she's so trusting, why would she make that comment about nothing was missing? Exactly. Nasty person. Bay, her trips to New York are getting so insufferable. I just can't with this woman. None of us can, Bay. We've all had enough of it. Carolina, 4213. No! I deleted it. It'll be in my recently deleted. I'm sorry. I thought I had it as well. It wasn't long. It was only a couple of seconds, and she said something about, oh, there's another bag I'm curious in on. What? Pardon? Who? Did you actually finish school? I would love to see that. She looks so low confidence in front of this beautiful young woman. Why hasn't she put it up anywhere? She put it on her stories for 3 seconds and that disappears. Rachel, I wonder how much she tips the housekeeper. She doesn't. She gives them her cast-offs, don't you know? She gets all the makeup that she doesn't like and all the clothes that she throws out. They get a bag of clothes and makeup. That's their tip. Elizabeth, probably nothing. Narcissists spend on themselves and no one else. Exactly. She thinks that what she's throwing out isn't worth anything, so that's what she gives them. Mulva, 2742 to 2755. She phoned John to make the reservation. It's too complicated for her pea brain. Why do you need to bug Maria? You're a fucking grown-up. If you want to eat in that restaurant, make a fucking reservation. How difficult is it? Yeah, I never thought of that. She probably did phone John, didn't she? 3611 to 3648. Shut up and open the box.
Basic bags. I've already got the Chanel, black Chanel flaps, the 19, the 22, the 25.
know.
So at this point, I kind of like a striking bag that makes your outfit. Plus the fact that I like wearing all black so much. So
On and on and on she goes. Oop. Patty cakes. Not jealous. Yeah, right. She seems to have some serious issues going on. She seems to have some serious issues going places and fitting in. If she'd been truly okay being by herself, she would have stayed longer. Every time I hear these types of videos, I think she's the perfect candidate for a mugging on the streets. Alone, well-to-do, fancy bags, fur coat. It's like she's advertising. All it would take is one unpleasant episode on the streets and she would be thinking a lot deeper thoughts. The fact that she repeatedly says she feels safe proves how situationally unaware she really is. Crimes don't happen just after 6 p.m. and that story she told about them not having a room ready yet and her emotional distress shows you what John has dealt with all these years. This truly was a boring video on her part. I totally understand why you have to break these into segments. I couldn't do it all in one go. I'd lose my patience. Jen, 2038. You got that right, dear Jules. What did I get right?
love it. I love the whole vibe.
I like the whole pretending that I live there and that's my apartment and I'm not married with children. I did, didn't I? Malva, the woman is loathsome, period. Yep. Suzanne Ann, Jules, your comments through this video gave me a good laugh. Good, that's the entire point of them. I am very happy. Matt, the I would nevers, same as Lardass. Yep. I would never. Whatever. Suzanne Ann, I'm surprised she doesn't give the exact hour and second that she takes a shite. Why does she need to give this much freaking detail about her trips? The only reason I can tolerate her is because Jules makes it so hilarious. Thank you, honey. Elizabeth, it's the same for all of us. She's like a damned reporter. Here on the the dirty, snowy streets of New York. Lisa Duncan for 6 o'clock news. Dolly Rocker, hi honey. Hey Jules, how did you find out about John's vision? She mentioned it in a video, and if I can remember which one, I'll link it if you're bothered to see it. It was when she was saying that the what's the word I'm groping for? The lipsticks were going out late and she was using John as an excuse. But she said that he was trying this new thing. And she wanted to share it with us in case any of our family had it. Some LED treatment. But yeah, she said it. Should he even be driving? No. Surely she should be at home helping him out instead of buying all that crap. Yes. I just don't get this woman. So selfish. Poor John. Also, Carrie isn't a spoilt brat. God, I can't stick her. Hang on. Carrie isn't a spoilt brat. And what about the tomato sauce on the pizza stuck on the cheese? That's what I just said. Exactly. She's eating that. She's trying to pretend I reckon she wolfs the whole fucking pizza. That's why she's got a pot belly. Hope all's well with you, honey bun. Suzanne Ann, they made a replica. Helen, only she could go to an event in New York and not enjoy herself. Such a boring twat. Yes. Elizabeth, get this through your thick skull. Maria is sick of you and your handbag stories. She's hiding in the toilet, isn't she, poor Maria? Elizabeth, what on earth does it matter if someone mentions your hair? It's a big hot mess. Owning a hotel is a very tight, organised business, and rooms are not just available on demand, and customers are informed beforehand of check-in and check-out, and you're not a child throwing fits and having tantrums if things are not going exactly to your expectations. Here's a question, Elizabeth. What would you do if you heard a customer insinuating that the chambermaids, the room cleaning staff, would steal stuff? Would you stop them from coming back? Because I think I would. I wouldn't have anyone talking about my staff like that. Insinuating that they're all fucking thieves. Horrible woman. Who in their right mind gets startled by a bathroom? Research the hotel thoroughly online if you're so picky, and can check out the bedrooms and other facilities first. Be grateful you can afford to travel, stay in a hotel, and have no serious problems financially. What a whiner. And it took her to the second night to realise that there was underfloor heating. Please, Dumpkin, wash your socks and underwear every night if you're wearing the same ones every day. And please stop pivoting everywhere. You are neither a celebrity nor a model on or off duty. Is there anything you wasn't? Grab, grab, grab. It's always, I grabbed this, I grabbed that, and I wanted it. Who puts their hands all over the soles of their shoes and places them on tables and other surfaces? Oh yeah, Lisa. Yep, no manners. She's got no fucking... Was she dragged up? Amanda. Oh no. Was the check in situ an alert to the fact that she's not the celebrity or VIP she thinks she is? And was the check in situ? Sorry. Yeah. Oh, but they let me come in early at the Crosby. Elizabeth. Maria was hiding in the staff room till the coast is clear. Yep, I wouldn't put it past her. I'd have hidden her. I'd have stood in front of her. Maria? Maria who? Never heard of her. Elizabeth. Dylan. Ben and Jerry will be eaten up with jealousy. Who's this Dylan? How very dare he have pardon me. Have tweezers. Is she an octopus? All those handbags for her tentacles. Makes you wonder. Honey, if everything were free, I wouldn't use your code, dummy. A wok is used for making Chinese food. What relevance does have a wok to a handbag? I know, she's trying to be clever, isn't she? It's a wallet on a chain. Well, just fucking say that then. Oh, here we go. The housekeepers in my hotel... Is that what they call their housekeepers? They were chambermaids when I was at the Waldorf. I'll have to get with the times. The housekeepers in my hotel are wonderful, hard-working people who are honest and would never touch a thing. On many occasions, these fabulous people hand in money, jewellery, etc. that a customer may have accidentally left in a room. She's a very disrespectful and an ugly-minded snob. Shame on her. God help her cleaning ladies back home. Totally agree. I thought that was so bad. People wouldn't fucking talk about people in Butlins like that. And she's in a posh hotel. Oh, nothing turned up missing. Really? And she wonders why she has no friends. Wish you'd bite the dust. At 98 it won't be long. Olives are known for being highly intelligent and can teach so many valuable lessons. P.S. The green are superior to the black in case anyone is interested. Don't like them. Criticising another woman yet again. Thought the Wormington Wonder was trying to stop being so judgmental. Exactly. Amanda, I can't. She blotted her fucking lipstick on a cloth napkin. She's such a peasant. Exactly. I noticed in her bathroom selfie that something weird was going on with her eye. She didn't even notice until in the cab that her lash was taken off. Even though she'd reapplied lipstick that never needs reapplying, and looked at herself 1,000,000 times. I don't think she's got the best eyesight, but she won't admit it. The girl's face at the handbag rental. She was so trying not to crack up at dealing with her. Exactly. Helen, she's a miserable git. How judgmental of people who want to enjoy themselves and have fun. Exactly. It was a fucking party. She doesn't know the meaning of the word. I would invite her to nothing, as she hardly makes an effort. She stayed a whole hour. Wow. You'd need to drag me out of there. And me? That's what I said to Jed. Free booze and jello shots. Hello? Here I come. Lavanity. I can't believe that she can watch this back and not see how condescending, snooty and self-absorbed she truly is. It amazes me. I'm a realist, the opposite of Lisa, and I'm shocked every time. If I have a penny or a billion, I'm still who I am. She disgusts me. Me and all. Totally agree with every word of that. Ashley. For Christians and Catholics is the season of Lent. Prayers, fasting and alms given. But then there's Lisa. Complaints, overconsumption and self-absorption. Her whinging and whining has gotten so ridiculous. No wonder these sales reps are avoiding her. You cut your hair, but it still looks over-bleached and unhealthy. Comment was gold. Thank you, Jules, for putting up with those yawn videos. Her mum and dad must be medicated when she comes to visit. Vanity. I'd love to take all that dirty snow and drop it at her front door. Yeah. Oh, John, I can't go out. Your commentary was spot on. Had some good laughs. Thank you, honey. Run for your lives. What a whiny, self-centered toddler she is. AI, please invent a way to slap someone through a screen. There used to be a thing, and you could put somebody's name in, and they put them on their head on a, you know, them swingy boxing ball things, and you could batter that when you needed to get some aggression out. That was fun. I don't know where that went. Julia, so much filtering. Ugh. Her face and edges of her face just disappear. That's some serious filtering. 35. Oh gee, she should have just put 18 with that. What the hell at that point? Exactly. She's living in a fantasy land trying to pretend that she's 50 years younger than she is. Is anyone else seeing that there are so many filters? The filters aren't sure what even to do at this point. At different points it just distorts her face and looks really strange. During that smirk part, her mouth just disappears. It's not sure what to do. I'm going to have to rewatch that. I missed it all. Bonnie, the lipstick and gloss are so nice. I'm going to check into getting them. Oh, I hope you can find them, Bonnie, and let me know when you do. Send me a picture. Her hand is probably veiny because of sun damage, losing too much weight and not exfoliating. It's looking terrible. And she's going to go out and do more sun damage, so what is the point? Elizabeth, love your Rimmel lipstick. That's the one I love. 006 pink plush. Ooh, pink blush. Girl, you are wet and wild. Can you get it over there, Elizabeth? Let me know if you can't. Wanda, in the comments video we were talking about John driving Lisa to the airport and why she couldn't take an Uber or drive herself. Remember, she said in another video she can't or doesn't like to drive in the dark, but it's okay for John to do it with his eye trouble. Oh, she's evil. If I was John, I'd put my foot down and say, I'm sorry, I can't. It's too dark for me to drive. Get a cab. I'm going back to sleep. Bye. Roll over and fart and fucking leave her there. Bonnie, vagina gummies. What the hell is that? Or maybe I don't want to know. Right. She was saying that she's never had anybody do anything down there. And she's always been scared that it'll taste horrible. But then she saw these amazing pineapple vagina gummies. So she was taking them in the hopes that something had happened. I give up with the kids of today. I really do. Tracy, pale dead lips with chocolate around them. Oh my god, I missed that one. It's hilarious. Rebecca, I'm dumbfounded. She went to Fashion Week and spent an hour at an event. What a waste. As I said, I was a +1 along with a good friend for the week. It was so fun attending the different offerings every day, and the parties were so enjoyable. I will confess, I missed out on a pizza party for one in my hotel. Her time alone seems so depressing, doesn't it? You want to come back with half of the week missing. That's a good week away with your friends, isn't it? What did you do Thursday night? Buggered if I know, but I woke up Friday feeling like shit. Do you know what I mean? She has no fun, ever. Just go wild, let loose. No. Katja, what a waste of an invitation on Lisa. She doesn't drink, she doesn't eat, she doesn't go out when the sun sets. I don't drink, so that's not even a big deal. It's the fact the only way she has fun is when she's shopping. Absolutely pathetic. Exactly, you don't need to drink to have fun. She could have had fun there with them. I don't drink anymore. I used to drink a lot when I was younger, but no, I don't like hangovers. Like I said, I only have like a bottle of wine here for when the pain gets too much, and it's like, no, tablets aren't doing it. Give me the wine. But you don't need to drink to have fun. But I don't think she could have fun even if she was drunk. Rebecca, she could never live here in the northeast. Snowmageddon has been a real thing this year. Where does she expect the snow to go? It piles up until it melts. I live in southern Connecticut on the New York border, and another storm is coming up the east coast with plowable snow again. Looking forward to spring. Thank you for getting us all through this insufferable woman's videos. Thank you. But that's the thing. Has she not seen films where they plough the snow and it sits there until it disappears? That's what happens. Idiot. Bonnie. Christina, first, I don't think she's having an affair. It would interfere with her shopping. And second, she doesn't have the nerve because she doesn't want to lose the catering of John. Yeah, she'd never have an affair. She's too much of a wuss. Rebecca, if I know my arrival at a hotel is going to be hours early before check-in, I'll book for the night before so I can check in when needed. We'll never understand why she expects these places to give her something she can obviously avoid by better planning. She does the same thing over and over and expecting different outcomes. Definition of insanity. Exactly. And she was putting the hotel down there and said, I didn't want to leave my Luca duffel because it had my Chanel bag in it. And I didn't know if it'd be there when I got back. Bonnie, I so enjoy the stories about your family. Thank you, Bonnie. I'll have to try and think up a few more. It's just when somebody says something, it triggers something, and it's like, oh, I remember. Classy lady, are people getting bored of the same New York trip over and over again? Yes, we all are. Bored fucking rigid. Haven't we heard for the last 2 years that she's in the best stage? Yeah, and then she says the last 2 years were a funk. SM sucks. I wonder if John is actually surprised at her utter lack of care toward him. Maybe he shouldn't be. He's watched her actively avoid interaction with their son for years. Well said. Hollis. This woman needs a slap from Jesus. Something to ground and humble her narcissistic self into real and honest reality and what some people have to go through in life. Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Jules, you should link what you wear for commission. Seriously. Thank you, I don't want to end up like Lisa. And plus, what I get is in the UK and most of you are in America. So a link for the UK would be no good. Only for those in the UK. I think if I wear something in future, I will try and get links, but it won't be for a commission. I wouldn't do that. Because then you don't know if I really liked it or not. If I'm just putting shit up for you to buy to give me money. But yeah, I will do that in future if I can find a link. PJs. I've been on a Bruno Mars kick lately. I love Bruno. And firmly believe Smoking Out the Window should be John's theme song. Yes! I swear that the chorus was written just for him. It screams Life with Lisa. Doesn't it though? That, and we always say George Michael's, or was it Wham? That where she wants everything. I can't think of the name of it now. But that one as well. But yeah, that's cool. Was it I give her diamond rings and bracelets and she gives me nothing? Yep. Wanda, hey Jules, I ran up on a video of this girl giving a rave review of Lisa's customer service department, which is being run by John. I tried to email you the video, but I doubt it got to you. The email did, but the video didn't. So if you or any of the other ladies wanted to watch, it was on YouTube, and the girl's name was J.L.O. Lorenstein. So it's J. Lorenstein. Just type in reviewing Lisa D1 lipstick. You all might have already seen it. She went on about the sweet note signed by John from customer service. Service. These people are a bunch of fucking scam artists. Well, I went on her video and I said to her, don't you think it should be Lisa signing the things? And she was chatting to me and she said, oh, I don't think John's as good as Tech Help. And it was like, meh. And then she said that she watches my videos. And the last comment, I need to comment back to her, she said, have you subbed to me yet? And it's like, no, I have principles. How can I sit here and slag Lisa off every day and then subscribe to someone that likes her? That's a bit daft. That's not happening. I haven't got time to be subscribing to anyone anyway. Classy lady. She looks completely different in her snapshot pictures versus filming. Am I crazy? No. That Macy's is amazing. Cannot believe she didn't take time to explore. They have an old wooden escalator. It's an experience all to itself. Oh, we've still got old wooden... I'm saying we have. I don't live there anymore. In London, in the underground, there's certain stations that still have the old wooden escalators, and they're crazy. Absolutely insane. Makes me want to go back just to go there. And Saks. It's crazy that she's not on the PR list for any of those high-end designers. They must watch her videos. I seen random TikTok women on Aritzia and others' PR list. I wouldn't put her on the PR list if she was the last influencer in the fucking world. She can't describe anything worth shit. She knows nothing. She gets everything wrong. It's like, no. Nope, nope, nope. Hannah, why is her hair all orange at the bottom? These and many other questions. Oh dear, Hannah. That pink dress with the black hose looks awful. A summer dress with winter tights. No, no, no. Mamacita. Great to see and hear you, Jules. Thank you, honey. Please consider adding driving to your opening morning. Stop! Miss School Fairy says, lol. Wanda, John has to do what she wants to do and watch what she wants to watch, and then she's done with him. She sends him on to sleep in his bedroom to sleep, since he isn't able to sleep in his bedroom because she doesn't want him there. Exactly. I was saying that to Jed. It's so unfair. Do you know what I mean? She's got an 85-foot bedroom and a fucking acres of bed. Why? I don't get it. Oh, I didn't think he'd want to watch it with me. So fucking find something he would want to watch with you and watch that another time. That Lisa is talking about is the Kennedy girl that John was married to. Yeah, I figured that out in the end. But she talks about something, then she goes off to something else. And then she's like, oh, and she did. Who did? Who? Give the woman a name. Have you noticed that Brooke was her darling daughter, Brooke? And not her steamer. Fuck you, Lisa. We see ya. That was in the movie she had just watched the night before. I cannot think of her name, so now she's going to dress like her for the next few weeks until she sees someone else that catches her eye. Yep. Bo. Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. Miss School Fairies. Are you thinking of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy? I was thinking the same thing with that new series on Hulu. I bet Lisa is going to start dressing like Carolyn, and that is exactly what she's doing. Wanda. I couldn't think of her name. We haven't got Hulu, so unless it turns up on Prime or something, I'll not see it. Wanda. You know that neighbour that Lisa was waving to? Was thinking there's that crazy lady taking pictures of herself again. Exactly. Miss School Fairy says, oh, absolutely. I bet she's at her window all hours of the day and that. What's she doing now? She's twirling around with a drink in her hand. I think she's lost the plot. Shall we send in the men in the white coat? Please do. She likes to be contained. Go on. Tracy, you know, I think I just figured out what the hell is wrong with her lips. Did she have a lip lift? Could have done. That's when the space between your upper lip and bottom of your nose has been shortened. Look at how short that space is. Seriously, no 55-plus-year-old has that short of a space. Called the philtrum. I'd put money on it. And it's a surgery she can cover with makeup without much downtime. So how much space have I got? About a finger? Oh, I shouldn't do that. That's not a good look, is it? Hey dear. Yeah, hers is... I'm just looking there now. It's like... that close. Hannah, no, the filler she has put in never dissolved. That's why her lips are still big. I think she's put more in on top of it. Bo, isn't that what's called the bullhorn surgery? Why is it called bullhorn? Don't they have that in their nose and it goes... Ignore me. It takes using quite a bit of makeup to cover the scar until the stitches start fading. CS. I think between her overlining the lips and the middle of her nose has fallen, it makes her philtrum look shorter. Guess we'll never know, will we? But see, that's the thing, right? She decided to tell us that she's having that laser thing done. But what other procedures is she having done that she doesn't tell us? Do you know what I mean? And she does that all the time. Oh, I look so good for my age. Yeah, because you've been fucking tucked and pricked and fucking rollered and zapped to within an inch of your life. Since you were 40 or before that you've been having procedures done. Bo, Lisa says she was on a makeup high after her makeup shopping in New York. No, Lisa, you were on the usual shopping serotonin high that fills up your empty life. Bijou, Lisa, your belly is still swollen and bloated all the time. I'd be pissed, I'm telling you. There's no way I would do that fucking diet for 6 years and still have a bloated belly. Fuck that. Bo, she said it, ladies. John was doing their taxes and she got to deduct all her self-development expenses. But she didn't mention that she also included all her shopping expenses that are, of course, a part of her job. But see, all the money she spent on that, it's like... She decided she was going to do Patreon. She realised that was work and she gave it up. She was going to have memberships. Then she realised she'd have to do something extra and that was work. So she gave it up. Then she was going to do courses and she realised that involved work. So she gave that up. And she wanted to have a lipstick line and she realised that involved work. So she got John, Will and Brooke to do it. The woman is fucking idle. I work so hard. When, exactly, do you work hard? When? Lena, her nose is getting longer, even after she's had one rhinoplasty already. Must be all that lying she does. Rachel, she's really pissing you off today, so I hyped you 2.5. Thank you, Rachel. Is that how everyone's stumbling in? I don't know why you were... what's the word? Not requested. Recommended. Why were you recommended to me, you horrible mean lady? Whatever. Bijou, Jules, her daddy said that she needed a belt too. I know. But what's the whole thing about the belt? I don't get it. Why would John even say, have you forgotten your belt? I don't understand. Were her trousers falling down? Why does she need a belt? I don't think I've ever worn a belt once. There was a dress I used to wear a belt with because it was really big. And I loved it because in the label said it was a size 10. And it's like it was no more a size 10 than I was. But it was like, yeah, I've got a size 10 dress that I have to belt. Do-do-do-do. Bonnie says, lol, how perfect is this? I'm sure there are more bits. What I'll do is I'll just keep adding them. And we'll have a big long one of her doing stupid shit. I love the thump though. That's so funny. Tracy, she means halter neck, not halter top. Yeah, but a halter neck is like you get a bit of string and you tie it round your neck and your back is open. And then there's the bit at the bottom. She's never yet shown a proper halter neck top. That was a razorback top. It wasn't a halter neck. She's stupid, and she's supposed to know what fashion is. Yeah, okay. Bijou, John knows better than to disagree with her about anything. If he wants to have peace in the house, those striped pants are horrendous. And who's taking all those pics outside of the house? She has a tripod. Walks up and down, talking to herself in front of it. Bonnie, what a cute fur baby. That's a great idea to be able to sponsor a dog to help someone, isn't it? Yeah. So you pay for their training and then somebody gets a guide dog. I think it's lovely. Bonnie, that's too funny. She has so much in her head that she's a hard time getting it out. So something is rattling around in there. CS is laughing. If you haven't noticed, it's a short. I don't know if they come up in your recommended thing beside this thing or if they're somewhere else. But I've done a short of Lisa. If you haven't seen it, you want to go and have a look. Lauren, yes indeed, I said that about the Kennedys. Winner, winner, shocking. I will send you a chocolate womble. I couldn't think for the life in me who it was that said it, but I knew one of you had. Yep, you called it. Bonnie, does she even know what happened to JFK Jr. and his wife? Probably not. Diane, not likely. She probably thinks they're still alive. Mystical fairies, probably not, sadly. She hasn't even mentioned Bridget Bardot passing away. I know. MJ, haha, I dislike her so much because I know what she's really like in her 1 hour long videos. But this short is very funny. Good job, Jules. Thank you, honey. Pandas in the desert. Way to go, Jules. Perfect depiction of her, isn't it, though? That with the fucking paw sponges was funny. See her fucking bottom lip going. Sulky bloody toddler. My kids never even did that. Diane, I just jumped on, but is anyone else talking about her hot yellow roots? Her new hairdresser must be doing her colour. I have a completely different take on John. I think he's a borderline bully. He wouldn't even look at her when she had dark hair. She asked permission to go on a trip. No, Diane, no. What you have to understand is Lisa is a narcissist. You can't believe a word she says. Because I've lived through it and I know how it goes. Right. He wouldn't even look at her when she had dark hair. That's not... John walked past her one day. Right, this is what actually happened. She was looking at a magazine, and on the front of the magazine was a picture of Angelina Jolie. John made a throwaway comment about, didn't she look pretty? Right? Jed does that. If I'm watching Makeup Girls on the telly, he'll come in and go, oh, she's pretty, or whatever. Do I go out and try and look like her? No. So John said, this girl looks nice. Angelina looks nice. So off she goes, exactly at that point, drops the magazine, off she goes, gets her hair dyed dark, doesn't tell anyone, walks in, and he's like, whoa, what happened? And because he didn't fall at her feet going, oh my God, you look amazing, she got a sulk on and she went straight back to get it taken out. It's all her, it's not him. And she doesn't ask permission to go on a trip. Because even she did the fucking thing. She goes in and she says, oh, have you been invited to so-and-so, John? Can we fit that in the thing? And the reason he tries to keep some reins on her was because when they got together, she was fucking head first in debt. She couldn't afford living alone. She was writing checks that bounced. She couldn't pay her bills. So he took her on and paid off all her debt for her. And then he used to say, I'll give you so much. Her parents gave her so much. And you've got that for the week to spend. To try and keep her under fucking reins. But then, of course, she starts YouTube, starts getting her own money, doesn't give a fuck, and starts spending everything that she's earning. She hasn't bothered a hole to save anything. Everything she earns, she spends. And probably most of the house money as well on going on fucking trips. I know John seems a bit of an arse, but I see the other side of it. He's probably a quiet bloke. She said, I want to be a stay-at-home mum. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, 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 blah. He said yes, that was it. They had a fucking contract. And she brought the kids up till they were whatever age. And she's like, right, done now. I've done my job. It's all down to you. You've got to do everything. Which he does. Someone else is disagreeing. Good. Because I hope, Diane, that you haven't seen a lot of her and you don't know the back history. Because I wouldn't believe it. Where are we? It's Saturday. I wouldn't believe her if she told me today was Saturday. Never trust a narc. Ever. Bella, with all due respect, I disagree with you. Lisa doesn't ask John for permission to do anything. She'll always say that in her videos. I asked John if I could go. However, it's crystal clear that she does what she wants, when she wants, and spends what she wants, and so forth, without asking permission. Lisa dyed her hair dark to be like Angelina Jolie because John thought Angelina was beautiful. John didn't find his wife attractive in that hair colour, and there is nothing wrong with his feelings. That was a drastic change. Surprise! Lisa couldn't pull it off because she doesn't favour Angelina Jolie in the least. In fact, Lisa hated the hair colour too. She couldn't wait to get back to the blonde again. In ending, John may be a bully, but I've seen no evidence of that. Anybody else see it differently? Exactly. She didn't like the dark hair on her, not the other way around. Poor man didn't have a fucking choice. His head was spinning. All he said was, oh, she looks nice, and kaboom, his wife's got brown hair. She fucking walks all over him. I don't see a bully at all. I'm sorry. Bonnie, oh yuck, those black striped pants are atrocious. Tigger explains it perfectly. I had to put Tigger in. Wow, Jules, you're definitely multi-talented, playing the violin and singing. I'm very impressed. Took me years to learn the violin. Jen, oh my god, I'm dying, lol. I need to make a longer one. How long can you have in a short? Panda, Carolyn Bissett Kennedy is the she Lisa's referring to. I hate how she calls people she. Cynthia, camel toe off duty, has not been through jack friggin' shit this past 2 years. And if John really has loss of eyesight, then driving ensures that any accident that he's in will now provide a huge judgment against him. Because if one has a known medical condition that makes it foreseeable that they would not be able to drive safely, then there goes all that Bitcoin. But this is true only if this story about his eyesight that Camel Toe is playing up on her platform for all to use in court is true. Or is she just claiming it as the narc she is? No, he does actually have something wrong with his eyes, because she said ages ago, when they were in their old house, that he went for injections into his eyes. And she used to let him go there, come home, drive himself, no care or attention. And then there was one time he was laid out with it. And she left him, went off, fucked off for the day, shopping, and brought him back some fucking cold thing to eat. Highly caffeinated. Jules, I seriously just took a sip of my iced coffee and almost didn't get it swallowed, laughing so hard. See, because there was no warning at the start of a short. I'll let you off. Peg thinks it's funny. Thank you, Peg. Cynthia, but camel toe off duty. Do you remember the undies you had on in the video from 5 years ago? Or are you losing it? Penny, those pesky peasants are at it again. Bella, couldn't click on this one fast enough. Spoiled rotten brat she is. Thanks, Jules. I'm here for it all. Thank you, Bella. Calabria girls laughing. Thank you. Bo says gold. You've got the power to... Stacey Ray. Hooks. Please do the hair video. I so want to snark on... Bloody... thingy. What's it? Spell check, innit? It's supposed to be Jules. I've seen it before. It changes Jules to Hooks. Why? Don't make me do the hair video, Stacey. I'm going to do the toddler salt now. Bonnie, I'm discouraged. I've never felt yummy before. Woe is me. Neither have I, Bonnie. Neither have I. Mystical Fairies, 5:39. I've been enjoying watching the JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy series. Very interesting. I knew when I started to watch this series that Lisa would start a Carolyn Bessette Kennedy 90s fashion obsession. Yeah, we know her so well, don't we?
Carolyn and JFK Jr., the series. Okay, I kind of heard about.
We know her better than she knows herself. Wanda, 12 is too young to wear makeup. I'm surprised the sister-in-law hasn't said something to her. I know I fucking would have. I've been complaining about this for ages. She's been giving her fucking makeup for years. And the child's only 12. She'd get it in a fucking bag through the letterbox, but you don't have letterboxes, do you? But I'd drive around and dump it on the doorstep. So keep your fucking shite to yourself. I'm bringing my daughter up how I want to bring her up. 24:49. Yes, they remind me of Vicky Pollard. Well done, Miss School Fairies.
There's just a certain type of person that wears those tracksuits.
I am not.
Yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah. The character from Little Britain, lol. Yeah. She did fucking, what do they call them? I can't even remember what they're called now. Something suits. Anyway. Joyce, when Lisa was showing the house being built, she was so excited. She walked around upstairs telling us this is where I'll be filming my videos. She films everywhere but upstairs. So much for her empire. Exactly. That could be a fucking games room up there. They could have a big telly on one wall, or that big screen thing for John to do his pretend golfing. Will could have a gaming set up there. They could have foosball or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It could be a really fun, happening part of the house. Oh, God, no. Couldn't do that. It's hers. Oh, is that the end? Right. Is there anybody on the naughty step? Nope. And did anyone come in while I was babbling? Yes. How many? Is there a lot? I might do this tomorrow. Oh, there isn't that many. Okay. I'll grab these ones. Susan, you caught me off guard without even a warning. Sorry. You don't get time to warn on a short. Baller man, those striped pants are horrible. Remind me of a prison chain gang. Very true. 3501, she's manic today. Is she, Mystical Fairies?
Why it looks like I haven't brushed my hair because I haven't. Oh my gosh.
She's manic every fucking day now, isn't she? And she didn't even brush her hair. She, introduced the comb to it, and that was it. Whoop. Weirdo. Lavanity's laughing. Thank you. Mystical Fairies, I cannot believe that she compared her losing her hair to being as bad as her divorce from her first husband. What the fuck? Who says shit like that? I've never been through a divorce, but my parents divorced when I was 2 years old. And I've heard stories from my nana about what that divorce did to my mum. Sorry, Jules, I need a break after that. I don't fucking blame you. I wanted to punch her. Carolyn, 222. My kids do that.
When so play, that does not happen anymore. And then maybe we.
Exactly. Just because she doesn't see anybody doing it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Depends on where you live and what sort of neighbours and that. And if you can let your kids go to their mate's house and knock on the door. They even go to the neighbours that don't have kids. Aww. Just to say hi or ask how they're doing. One time a lady texted me that she doesn't like it. So I went to her house and told her, just say it to my kids. Don't text me. It takes a fucking village to raise kids. Where's the village? If she refuses to open the door to my kids, make sure they know that. They're not Teflon coated. They'll learn and listen and respect her request. What a mardy ass. Oh, your kids are trying to brighten up her fucking day, miserable old fucker. Hope no one knocks on her door. Joyce, Lisa is racist for sure. She's taken snide little digs at other ethnicities. The girls that used to do her nails, for example. Remember how Lisa imitated their accent? Exactly. Racist through and through. Dolly Rocker. Oh my God, so funny. Glad you liked it. Joyce, Lisa thinks that when she goes to heaven, she'll be surrounded by clothes, makeup and jewellery. She'd better keep that tank top because I have a feeling she's going to end up in a much warmer place. She's going to go down that greased helter-skelter. Boom. Mystical Fairies is laughing. I think you may be right. But she does her devotional. Piggy loves Ollie. Boy, she looks tired and... Sorry, pardon me. Washed out. Oh, she's working too hard. That's what it is. Piggy loves Ollie. Cringe at the first 5 minutes. Yep. Joyce, every time that John opens his mouth to have an opinion, he has to think, if I say this, will it offend Her Majesty? He must walk on eggshells around her, just in case she takes something the wrong way. Exactly. Can't say boo. Carolina, 3546. Is she comparing divorce to her hair loss? Uh-huh. Yep.
No, I'm sorry. How it was. I lost just so much hair. It was unbelievable.
Talking bollocks.
And it has been, wow, like, it is right up there with my divorce from my first husband. That's how bad it has affected me. And...
No, I'm sorry. You lot have got to club together and get me a fucking ticket to Wilmington so I can fucking come face to face with this woman and tell her some fucking truths. For those of you who didn't hear what she just said, I had a shingles vaccine and it affected me and I lost a whole load of hair and it was horrible. It's right up there with my first divorce. That's how bad it was. Who says that? I'm sorry. Who? It's like, no. Okay, that's enough of the internet for me today. I don't blame you, Carolina. Mystical Fairies. Okay, I'm back with lunch. Is it soup? I had soup for dinner today. I had pea and ham. I decided to try that for a change. It was quite nice. Lourdes, I thank you for speeding through the hair portion of the video. Everyone I know has taken the shingles vaccine, and aside from feeling poorly a couple of days, they did not lose their hair. No, it was nothing to do with the shingles vaccine. Fucking drama queen. Joyce, I have a feeling that Will humours Lisa a lot. They all do. They have to, because they'd never hear the end of it. That's the thing. She says, oh, I'm sure he doesn't like them. Well, don't fucking buy them for him then. Get him what he does like. It's like I learned early on with my 3. I include Jed in that. That there's no point trying to force them to do something that they don't want to do. They're not going to do it. They're autistic. That's it. You've got to live with it. There's routines and there's things and... You know, madam, gosh, you used to take 3-hour baths. And it was like, what if I need a poo? And you're in there. I said, you do realise you're going to have to sit there and smell my poo. You're going to have to learn to be a bit faster. But yeah, she doesn't care about their feelings, but they've all got to worry about hers. Lourdes, is it her camera or is the middle hair part and the back of her hair look orange? Maybe it's me. No, it's orange. And I can't fathom out why, and neither can anyone else. Yvonne, oh Jules, you're on a roll today. Like the straight jacket. Like the straight jacket plus all the cartoon inserts. I'm really having a good laugh today. Thanks for doing this. You're welcome. Mystical Fairies 5308. Fitting. Perfect nail polish name for you.
This one. And Brooke said she has this and she loves it. It's Sugar Daddy. So I haven't used it yet.
I'm saying nothing. We were all thinking it though, weren't we? Lourdes, no topical cream can correct crepey skin. Her skin is crepey because of weight loss and lack of proper nutrients. Exactly. You can put an oil on and make it look a bit better, but it's still going to be crepey. This is something she should have thought about back in the day, but she never did. Cooked herself in the sun, and now she expects to be able to rewind all the damage she did, and she can't. Anyway, I'm calling it here in case... I'm sure if I look, more people will have said something, but I haven't seen any television today, and I need to go and feed my animals in Paley. I do worry about them being hungry. Anywho, if you got to the end of me, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.